Oh, hey! Well, as it is Sexual Health Awareness Week this month, we thought we'd come up with a very juicy, disgusting, but tasty video for you guys.
Our worst STI stories.
Oh my god.
So Reed, what is your worst STI story?
I don't know if it's my worst, but it's definitely my funniest because just the situation is so ridiculous. So like, to put it in a sentence, my grandmother gave me herpes on my neck when I was 9 years old. Bam! Thank you, grandmother. No, she had a cold sore on her lip. The weirdest thing was that you could see the herpes in 3 scratches. So it was 3 lines of these like sores and welts that have come up. And most people don't realise that you can get herpes, cold sores, all that kind of stuff in anywhere in your body. So yeah, I went to the doctors and they were like, you have herpes. It wasn't even just cold sores, it was like full on herpes. I told my teacher at the time, and his reaction said it all. Literally, I was like really sick, really ill, because it flares up when you're ill anyway. And I told him, and he like yelped and backed away from me after hugging me. He was like, oh! And I was like 9 years old, like, aww, not understanding at all. So yeah, I mean, that kind of sucked, but it's also kind of funny. Luckily, it hasn't flared up in like maybe 15 years.
That's crazy.
I mean, I know you're supposed to always have it, but...
Yeah, but it could be completely dormant now.
Yeah, it could be, yeah. I mean, I know it's definitely flared up in the past and I've had to wear a plaster and be like, yeah, I've just hurt my neck, rather than just bare herpes. And then my mum has had to give me the whole, do be careful when, you know, you're playing with yourself in case you pass it on, or like if you're playing with other people, you pass it on. I don't know if that's possible.
I also don't know if you can give it to yourself.
Yeah, maybe you can't give it to
somewhere.
yourself. Maybe she was saying just like, don't finger your neck and finger somebody else.
Yeah. Don't do this and then this.
Oh, hey, baby, hey. Yeah, I'll try and avoid that. But yeah, it hasn't flared up, so I just think it's funny. Thanks, Grandma. Wherever you may be right now, thank you. So what is your worst STI story?
Well, I got the BS, the C, I got the chlamydia.
The C!
I didn't have any symptoms from having chlamydia. So I was very surprised when I got a phone call one evening from a guy that I'd slept with like maybe like 3-4 weeks ago, and he was just like, yeah, you gave me chlamydia.
Oh my god, that's so rude.
I know. So I was like, oh shit, but like how? Because I've been using condoms with people that I'd slept with before, but because he like blamed it on me straight away, I kind of like just went along with it.
Well, you do believe it. If someone's telling you with that much force, like, it's you, your fault.
Yeah.
Then you're like,
oh,
okay.
And like, I wasn't exactly like someone that doesn't sleep around, so I thought it could be a possibility. But anyway, I ended up having to like message the guys I had slept with recently and told them. They went and got tested, and they didn't have anything.
Like, no one had anything.
So no one had anything, so I was like, this is so unfair. He's blaming me and obviously telling the girl that he gave it to after me that it was all like someone else's fault.
Of course.
I mean, I guess it was eventually.
Oh my god,
but
I hope you fucking told him.
But he was like really weird about condoms, and it was just like, just another one of those guys that's really arrogant when they come in.
Oh my
and
god.
Then yeah,
like, get over it. Like, sorry, I don't use condoms. Like, it doesn't agree with my penis.
Yeah. When I got the phone call anyway, I was seeing a new person, so we both, I was like, I'm really sorry, I've got chlamydia, and we've been sleeping together without condoms, so you know, probably got it.
Did they get tested? Were they okay?
So yeah, we went on sexual health clinic day.
Oh, I love those so much.
So we both went, got our chlamydia medicine, got some more tests done. Yeah, the lady asked me, she was like, oh, so did you have anal sex as well? And I was like, well, kind of. So they did like a swab up my anus.
What do you mean kind of? What's kind of anal sex?
Well, it was like not like fun anal sex, it was just like the kind where the guy can't bother to use a condom and he's like, I'll just put it up your bum instead.
Oh, that makes sense.
Because apparently you can't get STIs up your bum.
Apparently.
Which is what I then found out is not true. Because a week later I got my results back saying, oh, you've got to come back because you also have chlamydia up your bum. And
also,
yeah, so I had it both places.
Oh my god, that is fucking rough. That's such a hard deal. What a fucking dick.
I know, massive fucking dick. But anyway, yeah, and so I had to go on like 2 sets of chlamydia medicine and had to take that guy with me as well, which was really awkward.
You did the right honourable thing though, like by telling other people, going and getting tested. Like that's what you're supposed to do. You don't like blame other people. I mean, if you do think it's somebody else, don't ever blame them because they got it from somewhere else or whatever. Exactly. Just say, I'm not sure where I've got it from. Might be you, might be me. Like, just be amicable about it. Don't ever blame anyone because it's a horrible thing anyway to have.
Yeah, it's just not nice to go and sort out an STI, is it? But you know what? It's probably like taught me to be safer in the future.
Yeah, valuable lesson. I hate those things, but they are important, aren't they?
So did you have any more?
Yeah, I've had loads, I swear to God. I've had a genital wart, which just randomly popped up. Apparently, you know, you can have that in your system for like 2 years before you get a genital wart. So you could literally sleep with somebody without a condom 2 years ago and then get a genital wart randomly. So I have no idea where this was. I was with my boyfriend at the time and I was like, I even asked him because I felt it and I was like, can you just check this out for me, please? And he had to have a look and he was like, yeah, that's definitely a genital one. I was like, ah, fuck balls, okay, fine. And yeah, it was like one of the easiest things I've ever got and like just got rid of. Yeah, they burn it off. Yeah, as in like burn it off with cold. So it's like, you know, when you put like, freeze it off. Yeah, that's the better idea, yeah. Better way of calling it. It's like when you just like hold an ice cube to your like, you know, aerosol. It's kind of a bit like, oh, okay, and now it's gone. I mean, at the time, someone I knew was sharing my sex toys. Not Florence, by the way.
Not me.
Just clearing that up there. And she mentioned that it might have been her as well. So I feel that was a good honest thing for somebody to do as well, like come out about it and say it could have been me. But who knows? Like I said to her, I was like, I could have had it from fucking years ago. It could literally be from my grandmother, like who knows? But yeah, it's gone now and I could get another one. But if it happens again, then I'll just freeze that motherfucker off.
I think as well, like most people, I think it's a really high percentage of people have the HPV virus.
So many people, like it's very common. I know that in America, I feel like everyone has it over there. It's just like such a normal thing. And that's why I think I got confused between the two of them because herpes, genital warts and HPV, they sound like completely different STIs, but I think they're not. They're all under the same umbrella. I don't know whether it's hereditary either because my family, they all suffer from cold sores on their mouths, on their bodies.
I know you have to be extra careful when giving birth if you have herpes.
Yeah. What, to give it so you don't give it to your child? Yeah, maybe, yeah.
But apparently it's quite life-threatening though.
Really?
If you have like a breakout and you give birth, it's life-threatening for the baby.
Oh yeah, shit man, that sucks. Well, let's be on the case with that. Guys, use a condom. Women too, we're not just aiming it at the men. It's also the female responsibility to make sure she has one and puts it on too.
Unfortunately, you can still get HPV and herpes when you use a condom as well.
Yeah, when you use a condom because you can get it orally. Absolutely.
And also, you can get it from skin-on-skin contact.
Yeah.
If there's like a little cut or something.
I mean, yeah, like my grandma is the best example.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I guess it's just like, don't worry about it too much because it happens to all of us. Be admirable about it when it does happen. And yeah, just protect yourself as much as you can. It's no different to walking down the road and potentially getting hit by a bicycle or a bus or even another person. You just got to be on the lookout.
Yeah, and sensible about it. There was this time when I got BV from being really, really run down. And I think from using like weird dark soap in the shower.
BV, for those of you who don't know, is bacterial vaginosis. Like you get like a whiffy fanny and you get like
really smelly.
You get like watery grey discharge.
Grey.
Yeah. I get it
strange.
all the fucking time. It's like my vagina loves BV. I swear to God. But you can get BV from anything. I feel like I normally get it when I've been drinking loads, I've been on a bender, or I'm tired and run down.
Yeah.
My body's just like, nut.
It's just your pH balance being like super upset.
Yeah.
But I was like working really like on a really long job. I think we were doing 6 days a week working. So I was like, when am I gonna go and get this sorted out? And I was wearing like leggings to work, and I swear I could smell my vagina wherever I went.
You 100% you can, but it's you basically, no one else can smell it. You recognise that smell and you pick it up all the time. I mean, you can, sometimes it can go really far where you can smell it, but it's like when you're on your period and you crouch down to do your shoelace and you're like, oh my God, I can smell my period. It's just because you're worried about the smell, you're picking it up. So same with BV, I smell it fucking time. Especially when I'm webcamming. If I'm webcamming and I'm doing a lot of like hand action, that can aggravate it and I can get BV from there. Or fucking wearing tights and leggings, like synthetic clothing.
Anything that agitates your vagina.
Yeah. It's not like thrush, because thrush sucks and we get that randomly, but we can also pass thrush to our partners as well.
Yeah.
I get thrush all the time as well, especially if I get tonsillitis and I have to take antibiotics. I know 100% I'm gonna get thrush because it kills all your good bacteria.
That sucks.
Yeah. Or if I'm coming on my period, sometimes I just randomly get thrush. I'm like,
just itchy vagina.
Yeah, it's like itchy. It's basically a yeast infection. So it's like, it can get really bad. Like your vagina can get inflamed. You can get really bad discharge, and it can be so fucking itchy. Like, oh my God.
So when I had BV, they first of all told me to get some stuff from the shops, which didn't work at all, and I could still smell it, and I was like,
gel, man,
not
never
helping.
works.
Even though it was a pessary, like something I actually put up inside me, and it was like
a 7-day course.
Yeah, but it didn't work. So I had to go all the way back there, and then they gave me antibiotics, and they were really strong ones that you can't drink or anything on.
Oh, I hate those so much.
And yeah, that's when it went.
That's good, yeah. I think that's like the final resort. When I get BV, I use the little pessary things, and I use like maybe like 1, 2 or 3, and it does normally get rid of it.
Yeah.
But it has been really bad where I've used like the gel and everything, and it hasn't worked. And yeah, getting antibiotics is the best way, really.
Yeah. It sucks when you have that, because no one wants to smell their own vagina everywhere they go.
Oh my God, everywhere they go. But don't ever shame anyone if you smell someone's vagina, because they're clearly just going through a bad vagina moment.
Yeah. It just sucks to be you when that's happening.
That does suck. Lastly, it's not really an STI story, but it was like my boyfriend and I going to a sex club, and obviously when you're at a sex club you do loads of stuff with other people, so like orally and you know, lots of fingering, lots of like mushing together. I don't think I've fucked somebody else at a fetish club yet, because you know, it's kind of like complicated, and condoms and stuff is, you don't really want to think about that when you're in the middle of a room with people fucking. So I only ever fucked my boyfriend at the time, and afterwards I must have had like maybe in a total of the night like maybe like 3 penises, 3 random other penises in my mouth, maybe 2 other vaginas, potentially 3 other vaginas, like kissing everyone's faces and stuff. So afterwards my boyfriend and I were like, oh my God, have I got something on my face? I was like,
oh no.
Maybe, like, I could see him in the corners of our mouths. I was like, no, you definitely got something in the corner of your mouth. Like, oh fuck, like, I've got something. And then for like a good week, we were like, fuck, we're trying to find time to go to the walk-in clinic or the STI clinic. We went there. Finally, we didn't even want to look at each other, you know, because you're just like, oh my God, like, we both got something for being absolute whores. Like, don't look at me, didn't want to have sex, didn't want to do anything. Went to the STI clinic and they were like, you've just got dry skin. And we were both like, oh, thank God. Oh, like, it was like such a weight off our chest. Like, we had sex straight away to celebrate.
Dry skin.
Yeah, but you know, you go through the whole interview things like, well, what's happened? Who have you had sex with in the past? Blah, blah, blah. And we described everyone and everything. And they're kind of just, I mean, to be fair, they weren't judgmental.
No.
They're just there with their clipboard like, And you're just like, oh God, they must just think we're total animals. And then at the end, they're just like, it's just dry skin. You've completely wasted our time. I mean, they didn't say that, but it's just funny anyway.
It is pretty funny.
Yeah, but it's good to be overly cautious, then not cautious at all. Like, go to the STI clinic, even if you don't know what it is.
You should always be going anyway, and that's kind of like the moral of this whole video, is that you should be going to get STI checks all the time.
Even if you have a regular partner, if you have a long-term relationship and both of you haven't fucked other people in years, like, still get tested, because shit happens. I mean, I've been to the doctors before and they've been like, you've got thrush, and I'm like, I had no idea. And you hear horror stories about people who have been with their partners for years and randomly got tested and found out they actually had something, but before their partner, and didn't realise, you know, it's just, it's worth
had
going.
it that whole time, that would be really bad.
That would suck, yeah, that would suck. You'd feel all like, ooh, get out of my body.
Yeah.
Ugh. But anyway, so moral of the story is, play safe and get yourself tested.
Yeah, and use condoms.
They're shit, but they're necessary, especially for like the mental anxiety of, I've got something, or am I pregnant? Definitely.
Yeah, and if you have any of your own STI horror stories,
oh my god,
please post them in the comments below.
We love reading them, they're too funny. You don't have to say any names, don't shame anyone at all, guys, but yeah, if you're happy sharing, please do. And also, if you just want to comment on our stories and let us know if you've had something similar, yeah, give us a shout.
Subscribe and like, and we'll see you next week.
Next week.
Bye.
Bye.